Are we good?
No, no,
We on.
no.
Go ahead. All right. This conversation is about how how we can change how we can affect our actions, how we can control our actions if we only can control our thoughts and our emotions. Because I believe that if you have a I believe that your thoughts affect your emotions and your emotions affect your actions. And if that holds to be true, which I do believe it is, I believe that we can have our desired reality, whatever we pretty much whatever we want, if we only can, I guess, like manage or structure our thoughts in a way that will allow us to manifest the type of things that we want. Because if you have negative thoughts, if you think about it, if you have negative thoughts towards something, then you feel a certain way about it. And when you feel a certain way about something, you act you act accordingly based on that emotion and based on that feeling. So I believe if we can change the way that we think, then we can change the way that we act and the way that we feel. But I believe that I believe that's how it goes. I believe it's your thoughts create your emotions and your emotions create your feelings. I mean your emotions create your actions. My bad.
You're on mute, Roger.
What you going through or been through that got you to thinking about this topic?
Just basic life. Like I was gonna mention earlier. When I woke up this morning, I was thinking about some shit that happened earlier that day that pissed me off. And when I started thinking about it, it started pissing me off to the point where I want to get that out. You know what I'm saying? I want to let that person know how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? But this was something that happened maybe the day before. You know what I'm saying? But because of the way I was thinking, it made me feel a certain way, and then I reacted and I acted a certain way. So I'm just trying to really like get a guide, a gauge on how y'all feel about why we do the things that we do, why we act the way that we act. Is it based on emotions or is it based on thoughts or is it based on I think D Lad has said things that you may have like your knowledge or what you have learned or your upbringing, throughout the years, that is what creates that's where our thoughts come from. Cause it got deeper. It got deeper because we was trying to figure out. Like, me personally, I was trying to figure out like where do thoughts come from? Because we don't have no control. We can't say like, oh, I want to think about a certain thing, and it's like a thought just pops up. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to figure out like where do thoughts come from? You know what I'm saying? To even be able to create our emotions and create our action based on those thoughts.
I don't know, but you can create your own thoughts. I mean, if you wanna do something in your life and you set a plan or a goal, then you setting your thoughts and emotion to go where you need to go or head this way you need to head. Now you do
Okay,
have
so where do that? I'm sorry to cut you off, but where do that thought come from that you want to do a certain thing in life? Where do that even come from?
within your character, your who you are.
Hmm.
It comes from within yourself. The person you are is who creating the thoughts that you thinking. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. And if you let them do it, then that's manipulation and you being controlled. But you can create your own thoughts, and it comes from mainly the person you are will be the type of thoughts you have. Unless you
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go to something. I'm gonna go something like really elementary. So if y'all already know the story about, like, we hear about you touch a hot stove, you gonna feel a burn or whatever when you're a kid, when you don't know nothing about it. So from that situation, like when you touch a hot stove, that thought that pops up in your head is, okay, this is hot. Where did that come from?
you just felt it. And you didn't know it was hot, so they told you it was hot. What you knew it was uncomfortable, you didn't like that feeling.
Uh
You
huh.
didn't know it was hot until they told you it was hot.
Uh huh. Uh
If you
huh.
talk
Uh
about
huh.
it, you talk about it as a kid, yeah, kids don't know the hot word unless they taught hot before they even touch it. Then they know it's
Right.
hot. Now they might
Right.
want to
Right.
just test it out just to be on some dry shit and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? What you got, lad?
Uh, Let me take this for y'all, man. Uh, I think that after further thought about it, after the conversation from the other day, I think that it varies on where the action comes from. Because sometimes, you know, emotion could take over immediately before you can even think about something, and there go your actions. It just depends. I think it just depends on the situation. You know, like you say, if you sitting here and you thought about something that pissed you off, then you thought about that first. But if it's
Hmm.
random and the motherfucker, if it's just random and it just happened, somebody, whatever, or something happened, emotions gonna take over and it's gonna create your action. So I think after thinking about it, I think it just varies on the situation. You know,
Well, sometimes it'll just be reflex.
That's what I was finna say. I was finna say instinct. That's what it sounds like. D Lad talking about, like your instincts might kick in before your thoughts or emotions or anything else might kick in.
that's what I'm saying.
So
It just depends on, you know, the situation. Maybe I
so
ain't have
that
a
w-
chance
that
to think about it.
okay,
I just
okay,
acted.
okay,
Just acted.
yeah, okay.
You
So
know?
that leads me to believe that maybe thoughts come from just the things that you've learned over the years and growing up, and the things that
Oh, okay.
you've
I
been
get. That's what.
subjected to. So if you got in, like, I guess if you got into a fight when you was young with somebody, you know what I'm saying, and then like 10, 20 years later, the same scenario comes up, it's like instinct. It's just, you ain't even gonna think about it, you know what I'm saying? Because you recognize this situation, you realize what situation you in, and you just react without any thought.
So that brings me to what we were talking about the other day. Thoughts. Hold on. How I go? Ideas. Oh wait, let me think what it is. Ideas come randomly. Is that am I saying it right? Ideas come randomly, and your thoughts is how you put them ideas together. Right? Am I saying it right?
I can see.
See,
That kind of
am
it
I
kind of
saying
makes
that right?
sense. It kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. I still don't see the difference between the idea and the thought, though.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, yeah. There you go. All right, say what you said.
No, I said I still don't see the difference between what's an idea and what's a thought.
I would say that thoughts. Which one is it? Ideas is things that you can't control. It's the stuff that come randomly to your mind. This is my point of view. Or is it thoughts? No ideas, because you can think about something, but you can also have an idea of how to fix something too. But it's still a thought because you put it
Mhm.
together. And
Mhm.
but one of those things come randomly because what was it? Did somebody have an idea about how to have lights inside their house and then thought about how to make it? Or they thought about having lights in their house and then they had an idea on how to make it. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think okay, so I would even go as far as saying that our thoughts and our ideas are based on the environment.
Or
Or
a desire. A desire.
like you say,
A
the
desire.
situation.
It could be based on a desire too.
Uh huh.
No, I think the idea is top. It's like you had the idea to talk about this subject, and now we thinking about it. So the thoughts is there, and it's pretty much the invention thing too, because you have an idea about something, but now you got to go through that thought process of how to uh, bring it to fruition, or the
Uh huh.
hypothesis of everything and all that.
Uh huh.
They got a
Uh
lot of
huh.
names for like hypotheses and all that, but it's pretty much all a thinking process. It's just
Mhm.
when it comes down to it's really that's like it's like I got an idea, fam, but I don't know how to bring it to where I need some advice or some help on it. But I have this
Right.
idea. I want to build this. I want to turn my car into a water car,
Mhm.
and now comes to input in the thought process, like what we're doing now, and we come together, and then there go the thought about it. As far as I really don't know. Like you saying, thoughts, thoughts and ideas are random,
Mhm. Mhm. And
but
that's the thing. That's the thing. Like you say, they random. Like, okay, if they random, then where do they come from? How are they formed? How are these thoughts or ideas are formed if they just random? Where are
the
they
same
coming from?
the same way you know how to breathe.
Nah. That's deep. It's a different. That's you talking about that right there. But I think it comes from
It's
desire,
natural.
a desire that you have. You have a
Thoughts.
certain desire.
Oh, see, a desire. I can go with idea.
Desire.
Mm.
Yeah, I would use that for idea.
Mhm.
I wouldn't put it as thoughts, like because
I mean,
a
but
lot of things.
a desire is an emotion, though, right?
Yeah, then that's skipping a whole step. Then if you
No, it's
go
not.
into it, then
Because
that
remember what
means
I
the
told you.
emotion. That means the emotions
Because
and
I
the
was saying,
feelings.
That's what I was saying the other day. Your feelings can control your thoughts and your actions too, and your ideas. I don't think neither one come first. It just depends on the situation.
Okay, if somebody come up to you and punch you in the face, what happens?
I'm gonna think to
Which one comes first?
uh my thought process gonna come first. I'm gonna think,
And
and
then
then
based on what you thinking,
because
then
I'm
you're
not
gonna
gonna
feel a
necessarily
certain
get
way.
mad because somebody punched me, but I am gonna
Right.
think to beat you up. I'm gonna have an idea. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna necessarily get mad. I don't fight out of anger, but yeah, I'm gonna think I need to
So
beat
the
you up.
thought process gonna come first, and then the feeling, and
It might
then
not
that's
be
when you're
no
gonna
feeling.
act, right? Oh,
No,
you so you can go from the thought straight to the action.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. That's why I say it's just
Okay.
based. It's situational. It's
Uh-huh.
situational.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's all. In that situation, I'm thinking, I'm gonna whoop this nigga. You know,
Uh-huh.
but that's just the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you just getting on my nerves. That's straight emotion right there. Nah, my emotion, you done made me mad. Now I got to do something to you.
Mm-hmm.
However, so
Oh,
that's
I was just oh, I'm just trying to figure like I say, like earlier, like I say, I was thinking about something. The shit pissed me off. And based on that feeling and emotion, that's why I reacted the way I reacted. But at the same time, I realized what I was doing in that moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and you was already thinking about this bullshit, and that's why you did that shit. If you was thinking of some other shit like, oh, today payday, or you know what I'm saying, I'm finna have a good day at work, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case was, a motherfucker probably wouldn't even react it that way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's just one of the things in my life that I'm trying to work on. It's like trying to look at the way I think about shit, the belief that I have about shit, you know. And I think ultimately that's what the first thing is. It's like your belief, whatever you believe, and that's based on the things that you gathered throughout your years of living. Now that made your belief system. Now based on your belief system is the way that you think because of the way that you we talk about religion all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's a belief system. And based on our belief system, we think a certain way, we feel a certain way, and we act a certain way. So if we want to change if we want to change the things that we do, or we want to change our actions, we have to change our belief. We have to change our belief first.
We did one about something like this. You remember it, like?
I said that the other day we talked about this once before.
But I'm talking about the belief part, the believing and knowing. I don't believe it, I know it. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. I see I see what you're saying.
It's like you believing in something, you trust in somebody else, so you just gonna believe in what they saying. But
Hmm.
knowing is not believing. I know this. This is not
Hmm.
like you know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean.
like
Like
faith. Yeah, that's like faith. You might have faith. That faith is like a hope almost. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But actually knowing is different. But like somebody like Fred, you know what I'm saying? He have a different belief than the most of us, you know. But because of the way that he believed, the shit that he believed, you see the way that he move and the way that he act. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of different from everybody else. Not saying that it's good or bad. You know
see,
what I'm saying? But
the only thing is about belief is your belief can always change once you introduce to new information.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
But
true. That's true.
your knowing the truth about the information not gonna change. You know the truth already.
Yeah,
Belief can
yeah, yeah,
change.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
All right. What about like K Dad said, people do the things that they care about, and that's all they do.
He
Whether
would
it's
have to
tying
give
your
me. He would have
shoes,
to give me an example.
yeah, I'm
He
gonna
would have to
get
give
to
me
it.
an example. Yeah.
Whether it's tying your shoes, washing your car, cutting your yard, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, going to work, paying your bill, whatever it is, big or
You
small,
do it because that's what you want to do.
care. That's what you care about. You can do
But
what you
why?
want to do, but
Okay,
you can do
okay,
stuff.
okay,
You can
okay,
do stuff that you want
okay.
to do. That don't mean you care. But that's all you're
Uh
gonna
huh.
do is what you care about too. So you care about it to a certain level because you want to do it.
Oh, so why do you care about it?
Because that's the only thing you're gonna do. You're not gonna do nothing else.
Okay, why do I care about waking up in the morning and brushing my teeth, washing my face, and combing my hair? Why do I want to do those things? Why do I desire to do those things?
That's just
Is it
Personal hygiene.
because it ain't
everybody.
like I
Yeah,
just I
every
just
it's
okay.
just a because everybody don't care about the same things. Let's say that first.
A lot of people don't wake
So
up and brush their hair and brush
yeah,
their
right. That's
teeth.
what I was going to say. So it's not necessary, but if we talking about that, then it's like I would say that a person that does that cares about their their
Hygiene.
self care and hygiene and grooming and stuff like that. That's something they care about. That's why they do it.
But that's what I'm saying. Why? Why do you care about that?
Because that's what they
Why
care
do
about. I
you care
can't answer
about it so
questions for
much to
people.
do it? Okay,
You
why do
can
you do it? Why do you do it?
I do it.
Assuming that you do it,
All right.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
But why
we
do
can
you
assume
do it?
that. I do it because self care, grooming. I like to look good. You know, stuff like that. I care about my appearance, not to others, but to me
Mhm.
and other people a little bit. I ain't gonna say that because I do care how I
Mhm.
look to other people as
Mhm.
well. But
Mhm.
for the most part, I do it for me. I don't comb my hair because I ain't gotta comb my hair. Number one, so I'm just saying it though. I don't comb my hair because it's I don't have to. I have to. I do
Mhm.
it because I care about how my hair look if it's not combed. I care
So
about
so it goes
I
it
comb
goes based on
and
is
the health
that
of
is
my
that
hair. I
it
care about the health and the quality of my hair and being in
okay,
good
okay,
condition.
okay,
I
okay,
used to
okay.
like everybody know when I was young at the child, I had BBs. And that's from not brushing your hair on a regular
Uh-huh.
basis. Not
So that's based on experience pretty much. The
no,
experience that you had throughout the years at one point in
no.
time.
I just said I don't have to. My hair is not combable or brushable. I'm just saying
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the sake.
I got you. I got
Yeah.
you.
I'm just saying for the sake of conversation that
Yeah. Mhm.
you know if I was that person, then that would be why. You know, I want my hair to look good. I want it to
I feel like that's validation. Like you looking for validation for
self
somebody from
validation
other
is my
people.
number one thing. As I said, it's for me
Self
first.
self validation.
Yeah, pride, ego, whichever you want to call it. Yes, meaning it's not just that though. It's the validation of okay, I'm keeping my hair healthy. Every part of your body is a part of your health, no matter how small it is, even your hair. Because your hair can
Right,
get dirty, or you can fuck around and get a head disease or something.
right.
You know, cleaning your ears. Although, but hey, I don't know. You probably could go deaf or something. Who knows? Who knows?
Them ear infections are motherfuckers.
Stuff like that. So it's not just for grooming purposes, but it's also for health reasons too.
Like
Uh-huh.
I agree with you do what you care about, cause like a lot of times I don't care to brush my hair. I mean, I'm gonna cut it probably at the end of the week. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do this and
Mm.
just keep pushing. You know what I mean?
But when you care about it, when you care about brushing it, you brush it though.
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it up with the clippers. I really don't care about that. So I really don't do it too often. I don't really do this too often. Like that
Mm-hmm.
getting dressed up and shit. I don't. You see me? I be in regular ass dirty clothes, work clothes. I care about if wherever I go, something pop up, I'm ready to work. I ain't worried
Mm-hmm.
about looking good. I'm worried about finding the work. That's what I care about. Like I don't care about the clothes because if something come up, I'm gonna work in them anyway. It,
That's why that's why I say that, and that comes from past past experiences. You know what I'm saying? And those expectations that you look for based on your past experiences. Like somebody like you coming from,
Expectations is something that you
a
care about.
working bar, a working background. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that you look at. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried about being fly and all that shit. Like, nigga, I'm ready to go to work whenever. You know what I'm saying? That's based on upbringing. That's based on a belief that you develop as you got older.
as I got
And
as
now,
I got older. But when I was younger, I stayed fly. Stayed in Cadillac and stayed with
oh
jewelry
yeah,
and
oh yeah, oh yeah, I know it,
you
I know it. Nigga,
know
I
what I mean?
remember. Hell
That's
yeah,
what I cared about. But my beliefs changed after I started having kids. Man, I can't just be. I believe
yeah,
that I gotta
yeah,
take care of my kids. Well, I
yeah,
know these are facts. There ain't no belief. I know I gotta do that.
yeah, yeah. So is experiences and situations that develop our or create our thoughts based on our experiences and our yeah,
I
based
think
on our experiences.
I don't think it creates your thoughts. I think it shapes your responsibility or how you feel
Mm,
about responsibility in
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Shape. It shapes the way that we because it changes the way that you are. It changes the way that you think when you have when you have a child or something. You know what I'm saying?
Any yeah,
It changes shit.
anything that you feel or that you care about. Let's go back to care. Anything that you care about is what you gonna change and adapt to, and you know that. You know what I was saying too much. You know that you're gonna adapt to that because you care about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think care was the wrong word. I don't know what
But
the word might be. The right word is, but I get it. I get it though. I get what he was trying to. I get what he was trying to say though. But it just that what you care about is kind of throwing me off a little bit.
Because
But I get it though.
you
I
got to
get it.
look at care like all it is something that you want to do, a desire that you have. Not care like I
Uh
love
huh.
this thing or that. It's just a desire. It's just a want type of thing.
Yeah.
And on a
Yeah.
certain level, you do care about it because you wouldn't be doing it.
But
Even
it's a
if
lot
it's
of things that I care. It's a lot of things that I care about that I'm not doing. But I
I
care
feel
about it.
you,
But
but you're
I'm
not
not
doing it
doing
because you don't care enough to do it. That's the point that I'm making. It's not care for as like caring, like I said, loving I want to do, but at the same time it is. But like I said, it go all the way down to even the small stuff.
because
You care about peeing on yourself, or you gonna go look.
I care
You
about
care
my
about
health.
peeing on yourself, or you gonna go to the bathroom. You gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's little stuff. That's little. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, you're doing it because you care about it. You know.
Hold on. Oh, hold on, just a minute.
Yeah, get that rock wallet, man.
You know what I mean?
Keisha, food here.
And a lot of times you don't do things because you don't have ambition.
The
But
whole
if
thing that I'm
you
making is care, desire, want, ambition, all these things is feelings.
maybe sometimes you're just not in the place to be able to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. That's true too. It don't mean that you don't care about it because you're not doing it. It just means that you're not in a position to do it. Like I care about I care about certain things on my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not able to do certain things about it. But that doesn't mean that I don't care about it.
Yeah.
I got desire to do a whole lot of shit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just not able to do it. So, I don't even think about it. I don't even really think about it too much.
That could be a
You know.
problem though. Because if you think
Yeah, that
about it,
could. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
you probably can find a way to put yourself in that position.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you think about it, that start coming first. Not desire. Okay. If you had a desire to do something, then you have to think about how to do it. Then you act it out.
Thank you.
I
Gracias.
can rock. I can rock with that. I can rock with that.
Hey, nada.
You know, there it is right there. That's all it is. Just something
I
little
can
like
rock
that.
with that. But if y'all listening and chime in the comments, put in the comments how y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? How y'all think it goes? Is it thoughts, emotions, and then actions? Is it desire first? Y'all let us know in the comments. What? Oh man.
I think see desire is emotion. The wanting, desire, feeling, the emotion is all the same. Only thing that's different is thought, ideas. They kind of go hand
Hmm.
in hand. But everything outside of that is kind of the same, I think. You know, that's I think that's where I'm at with that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's where I'm at with that.
It's kind of like a battle. It's almost like a battle for me
But
because
but the number one thing though through all of that though is to think, to control your emotions and feelings. That's why they
yeah,
say control your emotions,
yes,
because most of the
yes,
time emotions is what's take over sometimes.
yes, yes,
And you gotta
yes,
think
yes,
that you gotta think it out before you
yes,
act.
yes, yeah, 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 yeah.
But sometimes you that the
Sometimes you
action
don't have
comes.
enough time to even think. You don't have enough
Yeah.
time to think it through. It seemed like you just acted. But I think in that split, even in the split moment or a split second, you thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Before you actually acted on it, you thought
Yeah.
about it. You know what I'm saying? But it just happened
And,
so quick.
and I
You
don't
just
give a
didn't
damn be
even.
the biggest emotion that's make you do it anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah, because like you said, you thought about it earlier and it pissed you off. And then
Yeah,
it went by, and then you thought about it again later.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you could if that much time passed, then you can change your thought process.
But
Eh, eh, eh,
my belief is, motherfucker, I want you to feel how I feel, or I want you to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to let this shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because my belief is like, nah, that ain't how this shit work. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you piss me off about something and I feel like you was wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just gonna blow it off or just kind of like be passive aggressive and just let it go. No, I want you to know that what you did was fucking wrong. Even though in my head I'm like, bruh, that's petty. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's how I grew up. That's what I believe. Like a motherfucker supposed to know that they did wrong. Like if you just blow it off, they gonna feel like, oh, I can continue to do whatever I've been doing because you made it seem like it wasn't no problem with it or you was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you was going through.
And some people just don't give a damn whether they wrong or not.
Yeah, I mean, you should address it just so it's understood that it's something you're not accepting. But it's
Yeah, yeah,
also
but like
it's
10
also
hours
a way
later,
to address it's also a
yeah.
way to address it though. Because you can address a situation on a calm note, but
Hmm.
the more you sit on it, the more aggravated you get, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna address it on some hostility when it could have been a little calm down, easy talk out.
Yeah, yeah. But like I say, 10 hours later, should you even bring it up at all?
Yeah, yeah. I would say yeah, because if you react right at that point, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna
Hmm.
be something bad. And
Uh-huh.
if it take you 10 hours to calm down a little bit, then yeah, you bring it back up. But you know what I mean? It should be on a calmer note.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I be
So
trying to go at it with the same emotion, the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's too
cause I
it's
don't
too
want to
late.
make it seem like everything is all cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I get it. It's a way to say things. It's a way to do things to make to get your point across without being hostile or
That's what I was going to
you
say.
know.
Is it important to get somebody to see your point of view? Is that important?
If
Hell
it's somebody
yeah.
that if that's somebody that you plan on keeping in your life, yes. If it's somebody that you don't really need in your life, ain't contributing to your life, ain't doing nothing for you, I don't care how you feel. You
Hmm.
keep your, you know what I mean. But if it's somebody I feel is dear to me or I care about, then yeah, we need to get an understanding.
Hmm.
But I mean, what if it's just a random person? Do you got a point to prove?
Hmm.
That's
Not,
what I'm saying. Like, is there a
I,
point to prove
I
really?
don't feel like I have a point to prove unless you threaten my livelihood or my kids' livelihood. Other than that, I ain't proving no point to nobody. Like,
Like a coworker, like a
yeah,
just like like a coworker piss you off. You know what I'm saying? But
I
you
mean, there's
wanna
no
you
point to
wanna
prove it.
You got to prove a point to a coworker,
No,
don't
not
you? Don't
unless
you?
I feel threatened. If I feel threatened, then yeah, I got a point to prove. Other than that, I'ma outwork
But
you
I
anyway. I ain't
mean,
gotta prove.
even if they not threatening you, but
Then what I gotta do? I
maybe
just
they
do my
maybe they
job.
talking to you the wrong way, so you need to prove a point to them that hey, you can't talk to me like that. You know, what about that?
And then well, I've done that. Yeah, that's
Is that a point worth proving? Or you just gonna let them talk to you like that every day because you ain't got no point to prove?
that's
so.
that
So who
ego.
told?
That's the ego shit. Because at the end of the day, all it is a motherfucker just talking. If you look at it literally, it's just a motherfucker talking. Are we gonna feel a certain way every time we hear somebody say something? Because basically that's what it is. He just talking. You know what I'm
But
saying?
they playing with
If it's nothing physical, you know what I'm saying? It's like why even react? Why even react to it? It just talk.
so every day you come to work and what's up, bitch? And you
That
talk like,
it's
hey
that's
pal, don't call me no
literally
bitch, man.
Nah,
You
you
know
ain't
what I'm
even
saying?
gotta
Over
go
down
there.
like that.
You ain't even gotta go there.
You
Literally,
just
all it is, a person just said, "What's up, bitch?" That's literally all that just happened. What
but
we
they
do
doing it
is we
every
go in.
day. You gonna let them
What
do it
we
every
do
day
it.
for the rest of your time
What
working out until they the rest of their time working out.
Yes, yes. Because what we do is we go into our mind and we think, oh, you called me a bitch. That's disrespect. Oh, I can't have other people hearing you call it. All of this is shit that's just going on in your mind. None of that is actually happening. What's going on in your mind? What actually happened
No,
in
he calling you a
reality?
bitch. He calling you a
What
bitch.
actually, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. In actual reality, this is what was happening. Was a person called you a bitch. That's it. Everything else that goes from there is in your mind, your belief system, what you grew up to believe. And then you start to think about that type of shit, and then you feel a certain way, and then you act upon that.
But
But
what if
in
you just
actual
say something back?
reality was
Like, hey, bro, I ain't no bitch, man. Quit calling me that.
you don't need to. You don't
Or hey,
need
that's
to.
not my name.
You
That's
gon'
not my
you
name.
don't need to. You gonna react. So what you telling me? You gonna react to everything that somebody say to you or happens to you, you gonna react to it.
It's
If it's
possibly,
disrespectful,
it's
yeah,
possible.
yeah,
Possibly, yes, I
disrespectful.
am. Cause
Because if you let
if
them,
that's
it's
happening
the
to me,
same.
then I'll be like, hey, man, I ain't no bitch. That's not my name. Don't call me that. You know,
Okay, so okay, so what just happened?
I just
Did
told the
any
dude,
did
I just told him
anything
stop.
Hey,
did
Did he
anything
continue or did he not? Hey, we'll see.
okay, okay, okay.
but
But
you
then it
was
come
mad.
down to just man to man, human to human. Like you disrespected me, fam. It's levels to it now. It's
You know
levels
how
Yeah,
to
but
many niggas that's in jail or in the fucking cemetery right now with that
it.
same
Yeah.
mind frame over
hey,
bullshit.
hey,
Yeah, you know how many people in jail or in the cemetery just because they went to the store and they ain't do nothing?
What's up, Roger? I hear you, lad.
Bro.
I was just gonna ask you. I don't want to know the situation that had you pissed off, but you said if it's just words, it ain't physical. Then what you
Yeah,
mad at?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's
So,
the issue that's the issue that I have. That's something that I'm trying to overcome, and that's
yeah, but
something
it
that
wasn't
I
physical. But you just had the argument with him. What you mad at? It's just words.
yeah, 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 yeah. I get it, and I'm waiting on somebody to explain it in a way that I can, that I get it. But I get it, but like, you
You,
know,
but you just had this whole back to back with him about why we're in jail in the grave and stuff about just words. But you got
yeah,
yourself all irritated and agitated over just words.
yeah, yeah.
How you gonna fight against something that you ain't even let go of yet?
I believe I believe it's my ego. I believe I have an ego to where I'm not just gonna let somebody do something to me or say something to me, you know what I'm saying, without me responding or having to say nothing to say back. But at the same time, I feel like we can overcome that if we can control our thoughts.
I know, but what about the other person though? They get away scot free with just being
It don't matter
disrespectful
about
or being
them.
rude.
Yeah, it don't matter about them. It's about us at the end of the day. At the end
It
of the
is,
day,
and
who
you
you
and
with?
think about it.
It's just you.
You got to go to work and you have to deal with that every day. Every day you got to deal with that every day.
Hmm.
So what can you do to change that? Get another job?
He know
Change the
this.
way.
He,
No, change your belief. Change your belief and the reason why that person is fucking with you every day. If you change the way that you believe that person or the reason why that person fucking with you every day, then you can change the way that you
Well, you don't
respond
know. You
to
don't
that.
know unless you say something, right? Because you don't know why they saying it. You gotta
Well,
What
then
is
if you
explore.
don't
How you
know,
gonna
if
find
if you
out?
don't know, then you can create anything. If you don't know, because you can feel like, okay, this person might be doing this because like when we was going to school and maybe you got bullied or something, and then come to find out it's because he had a fucked up family. You know what I'm saying? And he was taking it out on you. That kind of, it didn't change the situation, but it changed the way that you reacted to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you knew where the shit was coming from. You're like, oh yeah, but that's because his daddy beat the shit out of him this morning. So he
And I
trying to
know,
take that
and
shit
guess
on us
what?
this morning. You know what I'm saying?
And,
So it
and,
like that
and
changes
what
the
you
way
gonna
you
do? You
feel.
just gonna let them keep doing it to you every day? You still got to
No,
go to
no,
school.
no. Yeah, no.
You
It
gonna
don't
keep
change
giving
the
them your lunch
situation.
money? You gonna keep giving
No,
them your lunch
hell
money?
no. Well,
Or you
I don't
gonna?
know. I don't know. Maybe because I feel like maybe come to find out the man he ain't eating at home. We didn't heard these stories. Maybe he ain't eating at home. You
But I'm
got a
saying
little
you gonna let
extra
them
money
keep
now.
taking. You
Now
gonna let them
what
keep
it
taking your
changes.
lunch money every
No,
day.
he not gonna take it anymore. But you might feel like you want to give it to him because now you know what his situation is.
Man, you sound like a preacher. Hell no.
Man, look, that's why
Oh, hey,
Jesus
guess
came.
what?
That's what
That's
Jesus came
fine.
here. That's what
Hey,
Jesus came here for. Jesus
hey, you know,
came
okay.
on earth to change the way that we thought and the way that we felt about other people
No,
and the
he
way that they
didn't.
were.
No, he didn't.
Go, Jesus
No, he
blessed
didn't. He sound like a
the
preacher.
worst of Jesus blessed the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? The worst of the worst. But I only went that way because you brought up Jesus.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I mean, no, you brought up the Bible or something like that.
No, I
You said I'm
didn't.
trying to sound. Oh, you said I'm trying to sound like a preacher.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I brought that up. But if I'm trying to sound like a preacher, then that further.
Eye for an eye, E. What about that? Two for
Okay,
a
now.
two.
Okay.
It's a
Now
time for
we.
war and it's a
Okay.
time for peace. It's a time to speak and it's a time to be quiet. It's a time to come and it's a time to go. It's a time to fight and it's a time to run. It's a time to defend and it's a time to offend. It say all of that in there too if we want to go there.
Hmm.
So you got to know what time it is. That's Ecclesiastes 3. You better read that. But yeah, you better know what time it is. You
Yeah, I
gotta know
hear
what
you.
time it is.
I
Real
hear
talk.
you.
It's a time to teach it. It's a time to learn. Maybe that's a teaching moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Hmm.
Hey, I just know me. I'm not. No, you're not finna take my lunch money, even on the first day. You better go get his or theirs or somebody else's. You ain't finna get mine. Sure, you have the right to defend yourself. If somebody
Yep.
hit you, hit their ass back. Eye for an eye.
Yep.
If somebody trying to harm you, don't let them harm you or harm them first. You know, hell nah, ain't no way. And that's just, I don't know if we want to call that the thoughts, ideas. But yeah,
I call that survival, nigga.
Yeah. And then that's another important point is survival. That's another point because based on a lot of people live on
survival mode.
just survival mode and instinct. You know what I'm saying? And that creates creates the way they think and the way they act and the way they feel because they living on survival mode.
Hey man, in nature it's predator and prey. Which one you gonna
Mm.
be?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
I ain't no predator, but I ain't gonna be no prey.
Yeah.
Shit. You ain't finna get this lunch money, my boy. That's not happening. But me, I'm more of a in the moment type person, far
All
as
on my what's the name with that.
addressing the issue and fixing the problem. I'm more of a because I ain't. If I think about it, I'ma just I ain't. I'ma just I don't want to think about it. I can think in the moment and control my emotions enough to do that.
Hmm.
So if I got a problem with you, let's go ahead and get that out the way. Because there's coming around or being around you and the problem's still out there and it ain't been addressed or fixed. The only thing I'm seeing is a head on a platter. Because I don't know what to think. For real. That's why
And
I
if
don't
I
mess with
don't know what,
nobody now. That's why I don't mess
if
with
I don't
nobody.
know what to think, I damn sure don't trust you.
You know,
Huh? No, you wasted them on the floor. Remember?
that's why I don't mess with nobody, man. Because I ain't got time for that. I need people that I know I can trust 24/7. If I'm asleep, if the money fall out of my pocket, if whatever. I need them. Them the only type of people I need around. I ain't got time to be iffy and unsure of who I'm dealing with on no levels from friends, family, none of that. Acquaintances, you know, none of that. I ain't
So
there with
so
that.
so do you think that a person can have a mindset of being like in poverty, but
Impoverished mindset.
yeah, and at the same time, be able to get out of that mindset to feel like anything is obtainable.
Yeah, it happen all the time.
Hmm.
It happen all the time. From nothing to something. Crumbs to bricks.
Hmm. Hmm.
Rags to riches.
So what changes for that person?
The actions
They
that they
mind,
choose. The
they
mind is
mindset.
already in
You
the
got,
mind. He already said it's in their mind. So it's the
yeah.
actions that change.
And then
So
you
it's the
got
it's the
then you gotta put your thoughts together and figure out a way to get that and then act on that to make that happen. Because if you just have it in your head, but you ain't trying to figure out a way to get out of that and get to what you need, then you just gonna have that mindset and the wishful thinking.
okay, a person that comes from poverty. So all they have to do is just change the way that they what to get to out of that situation. The way that they think, the way that they feel, the way that they act, or the way that they believe, or they belief of why
All the
they
above.
why they impoverished.
All the above.
I got you. I feel that. I feel that too. I feel that. I feel that. Because I believe you can't have one without the other. I
Yeah.
I
feel
mean,
that.
you can have the thought that I'm not gonna be in poverty all my life. I'm gonna come out of it. You can have that thought, but without the rest of it, you just gonna have that thought. It's just gonna be
Uh
wishful
huh.
thinking. Your thought process and your actions gotta go hand in hand.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
And you have to be willing to let go of some of the things that you
That.
doing that ain't
Yeah.
necessary.
Yeah. 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 Because I was just gonna say that, like a crackhead, to somebody that's on the street. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to be sober. You got to have that desire to be sober. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? In order to even take the steps, the next necessary steps to even get there. But if you don't have that desire or that willingness to be to be a certain way, then you ain't gonna do nothing different.
I want to get out that situation first. That's what
Hmm.
it sounds like.
Hmm. Hmm. But at the same time, like I say with belief, if you believe that no matter what you do, you never gonna be anything more than what you are, then no matter what your desire is, you're not going to take any necessary steps or action from that point on either. Because your belief is that no matter what you do, you still not going to be what, like I desire to be a rapper, but no matter what I do, my belief system is at the age that I'm at and what I've
Oh,
seen in the industry, you're not gonna get there. You're not gonna be that
but
person
all you
that you
have to
think
do
it
is
or you
drop the
desire to
music.
be.
All you have to do is
Yeah,
make the
that's
music, and you're a
but
rapper.
that don't mean that it's
You
gonna
talking about
happen.
getting a
I'm
record
not. I'm
deal?
talking about yeah. I'm talking about
No,
being a
no.
successful rapper at
You
You
this
get
can you
age
you
in my
you know
life.
they
you talking
doing it
about
off the internet,
you still
right?
talking about getting a record deal.
No, you know they doing that off the internet, right?
Right,
Making
right,
all that
right.
money off the internet. They don't use record labels like that no more, bro. And the ones
Yeah,
that do, they stuck in either they either stuck in a 360 deal or they been fucking with Puffy. You want to do one of them, then by all means, bro. But you
nah,
can do your music straight off internet, bro.
yeah, I got you. I got you. No, I was just using that as an example. Like people have desire to do certain things, but if your belief is a certain way, it don't matter what you desire. You know what I'm saying? You never gonna be able to accomplish that because you don't believe in your mind that you ever
So
gonna be able to
you
do
have to
that. So you're not
believe.
even gonna.
So you have
That's
to
what I'm
believe
saying. You
to a
gotta
T.
believe.
You got to
Yes, you
believe
have
to
to
a T.
believe. Right.
To a
That's what I
T.
was saying. I think that's where it starts. I think it starts with your belief. Whatever you believe is what you're gonna think about. That's what you're gonna feel, and that's what you're gonna act out. I think desire comes with feeling, but I
Yeah,
think
it's the
it's
same
still a
thing. That's what I said. Feelings, emotion,
yeah,
desire, want,
yeah.
all that's the same thing.
I think those are all one and the same. But
It's all the same thing.
thought and belief, I think, are totally different.
No, it's the same too, because you think you're not gonna make it. So is the man thinking, so is he.
And the only
You
reason
definitely
why I
not
might
gonna make
think, the only reason why I think I'm not gonna make it is because of what I've experienced and what I've seen in life. Is that
Mhm.
majority of the time, people at this age
That's a
they
lie.
don't
How
make
old?
it in
You
the
want to go down
industry.
some ages? Because there's people that's older than you that's prominent uh musicians in the industry. Well, we
Oh,
want to talk about the
What
they
Houston
close.
you need
scene.
to you need to
We
find your
want to talk about
motivation.
Lil
You
Wayne, Snoop Dogg, Jay Z, J Cole. What are you trying to go with
Yeah,
it?
that's
Drake,
that's people that been in the
Future,
industry. They've been in the industry already.
what Two
They
Chainz, Two Chainz,
grandfathered in now. Yeah, they grandfathered in already.
hey,
Two
Jelly
But
Chainz.
Roll wasn't Jelly Roll new.
yeah, that's country though. You can't
Jelly
come
a
in the rap.
rapper.
You can't come in the rap at a certain age.
Bro, hey, what's that nigga name that got out the pen with the that little bullshit freestyle he done in jail and then got out and straight to the goddamn mainstream getting paid.
I don't know.
You-
I don't know.
Like, but what
You gotta lace me up on that one.
I'm gonna find out who it is because he
Yeah,
on
you
my
gotta lace
list.
me up on that one.
Yeah, he was hot. I think they ended up popping him because he was still out there in the street.
Oh
But
shit.
he
Yeah,
came out
nah, I ain't.
honeycomb
Oh,
Reese.
man, bro. I was just finna say that nigga name too. I was just finna say his name. Yeah,
Honeycomb, yeah.
yeah. I
He came
heard a
straight to
couple of
the
songs by that nigga.
he came straight to the internet and he was making it. He just kept himself in some bullshit situation. But he was making it.
Uh huh.
Straight,
Uh
straight
huh.
into the rap game. Wasn't no record
But that's
label,
two
nothing.
times. Well, I ain't gonna say him. He been in the game for a minute. He just couldn't stay out of jail. My point is this: when it comes to art, there's no age limit. You could be 5, 6 on up, on up.
Yeah, but if you have to also find a point or something that motivates you to do something. Something that you feel that's gonna help you push.
Hmm.
I think you just gotta want to do it and just do it. And if you build it, they'll come.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, yeah. If you build it, they'll come. But if you build some bullshit, that does not necessarily mean motherfuckers gonna come.
Oh no, they gonna come. You just gonna get a lot of backlash. You still gonna get streams though. You still gonna make money because a lot of people like to
Yeah.
just. A lot of people like to troll that type stuff.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And then most of the time you pull up YouTube or anything like that, it's gonna be some bullshit on there. But you see it's a whole lot of views and a whole lot of comments, and them niggas getting paid off that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, you can't. You can't look at everybody else's success and expect it to be yours. You know,
Nah,
No, no. I
how they
was
just
just, I
see.
was like I
I
said,
ain't
I was
talking
just
about.
use, I really was just using that as an example. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I'm
saying
still
for the
talking off the
music thing.
example. You
Yeah.
can't expect, what I'm saying, your success to be somebody else's, man. Because how they get there might not be how you gonna get there. Some people get there off one song. Ain't got nothing else in their catalog but one song, and they got them there. Some people had to make songs for years just to get, you know, uh, uh get on. And
Mhm.
what is even
Mhm.
getting on? What's getting on? A record deal?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Uh, you don't need a record deal to get on, to get money,
My my whole thing is for
to
the
be
people that's
famous.
for the people that's listening or the people that might tune in later on. You know what I'm saying? If you want to change your reality, if you want to change whatever's going on with you currently at this moment, the first thing you have to do is change the way that you believe. Change your belief in whatever that situation is that you're going through. If you can change the way that you believe or your belief in that situation, then you can change the outcome. You can
Is that
you can
true?
create you can
You just
create
said that
your
ain't
you can
true.
create your the desired outcome.
Is that true though?
That I believe it to be true.
okay.
And if anybody put it to the test, if it's
If
something
you
that you
change,
It's been
if,
put to the test multiple times.
if you change your belief, that like people in the situation, they believe that God finna help them out of that situation, and they pray and pay the pastors every Sunday,
yeah,
still in that
yeah, yeah,
situation.
yeah.
But one thing he did say is God help those who help themselves first.
Mhm.
You can believe all you want, but without action, what did you expect?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I get that. You definitely you definitely gotta put the shit in action. Because if you believe it, then that's what you're gonna think about and that's what you're gonna do. Just like I use Fred for example, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know what Fred believe in, but because his belief, we all know the way that he thinks, and because of the way that he thinks, we all know the way that he acts. We all know the way that he gonna feel about a certain situation if we bring it up, because we know what he believes in, and his beliefs it shapes everything in his life based on his
Well,
belief. That's why I say belief is so important because
But
based
no,
on your
knowledge,
belief,
not
it
no.
shapes everything.
Your belief is not as important as knowledge. Because with knowledge, you don't have to believe. You know. You know what I mean? Like you saying Fred, but Fred ain't even doing the same thing he used to do, from what I understand. Fred gaining knowledge that he changing some of that stuff he was and all that, whatever
Yeah,
he was going to and all that. Like knowledge is key. There's nothing better than knowing as far as belief. I'd rather know than believe.
yeah.
But that's
That's
what
what. Yeah, yeah. As the more that we grow older and the more that we learn, our beliefs gonna constantly continue to change. But because of that, we change. But that's my whole thing is based on our belief. That's why we are the way that we are. If we want to change the way that we are, we have to change our beliefs.
no, we gotta gain knowledge. Stop believing and start seeking the truth. Start getting your receipts on some of this and stop just believing. Because if we believing in blue eyed Jesus, boy, you gonna be waiting. You pitch that
Yeah,
belief,
yeah,
get you some knowledge behind yourself to where a lot of things you won't have to believe in, you will know how they work. You know where it came from, where it stemmed from. You will know the background and a lot of things. So when people tell you something or you feel a certain way, you already know what this feeling come from or where you can actually get to the point where all the questions you asked and Google all this, and they'll tell you exactly what part of the brain stimulates this and all this other stuff. You
yeah,
can know, you
yeah,
can get your
yeah,
knowledge without
yeah,
believing just anything. You can get the knowledge just out there.
yeah. But okay, I take you back. I take you back all the way. I take you all the way back to '95. Remember back then what we believed in. Because we believed in that, look how we acted. Now I bring you back to I bring you back to 2026. Look at what we believe in now and look how we act. The only thing that changed was the belief. Because when we was back in '95, we believed what grandma told us, about going to church, the Bible, and the white man, white Jesus, and all of that type of shit. That's what we believed in. And we acted accordingly. We didn't steal, we didn't rob, we didn't kill, we didn't do none of that shit because we believed a certain thing. Now, I ain't saying we do it now, but I'm just saying now we believe a different way and we move a different way now. We don't go to church every fucking day. Why? Why did that action change? Because the way we felt. Why did our feeling change? Because the way we thought. Why did our thinking change? Because
I
our
mean, but we
beliefs
didn't.
changed.
No, because we didn't want to do it back then. We ain't had no choice. It's a difference.
No, not all of us. Not all of us. Some of us wanted that. I ain't gonna say all of us. Some of us wanted that. We wanted that peace that we thought grandma had, or that tranquility, or that loving, and all that knowledge of who Jesus was. We wanted that. Some of us did. I ain't gonna
Not
say
that
all
part.
of us.
Not that part. Now the piece that grandma had, yeah, I can agree with that, and the tranquility, all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the love, yeah, that part. But anything that had to do with the church, I never was really into that. Not even a
Or
little
just
bit.
or just or just having just having the idea of or the knowledge of what this brings, and if we believe in this, what it's gonna cause, what it's gonna bring for us in the long run. That that alone carried, allowed us to be amongst all those people and to go there, not weekend, not Sunday after Sunday, but to continue to do to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of the belief that one day that when we die, we're gonna go to heaven.
I was
So
in the streets, bro.
because of that belief, that's the way we felt, and that's what our actions were.
No, that's not the way I felt. I was in the streets. I was everything you said that we wasn't supposed to be doing. I was doing all of that. I don't know what you talking about. I wasn't worried about what they were preaching in their church.
Yeah, yeah,
That ain't had that didn't click to me none. Like it didn't scare me none of that.
and that's why I gotta ask you why. That's why I have to ask you why. Why didn't you believe? Why didn't you believe that that was what it was, or that's what what it's supposed to be? Why didn't you believe that? Why did you believe something else?
That's not because they had the church in the hood, bro. In the hood, the church in the hood. They had hood people going to the church, knowing that most of them barely making it through. But they taking money. They pull up the church in the bin. Everybody
Yeah,
else
yeah,
walking on
yeah,
bicycle. Why the hell I thought to follow this nigga?
yeah,
And he take it from people that need it. He don't even need it.
yeah,
Ain't nobody chasing the hell nah. I'm about to go out here
yeah,
and try to figure out how I can get what he got.
yeah.
Hell
Okay, I
no.
get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So I feel like now I feel like it's your experiences. It's your experiences that create your beliefs and
No, it was life
your.
that taught me the truth.
That's why I
Because
say your experiences. Your experiences in life.
but
That's
it's
what
not a
created
belief.
your belief.
No, but it's
No,
not a
I'm
belief.
not saying. Okay, I'm not saying like belief like, oh, this might be true or this might not be true. I'm saying belief like, okay, this is what it is. It is what
That's the
it
truth.
is. That's what.
That's
Yeah,
that's knowing.
that's what I'm
That's not
saying.
believing. That's
Yeah.
knowing.
Okay, that's what I'm sorry. I'm using the wrong word, but yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you. I
Yeah,
got
but it was like they taught me the knowing of what it was and how to recognize, like how to recognize different flaws in different people and
you.
pay
Yeah.
attention
Yeah.
to the way people move. Life teaches a
Yeah.
lot of things.
Yeah. 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 Until 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 say you grew up in the projects, right? From all the way up until 10 years old with your mama. But your daddy, he stayed in the suburbs. So do you think when you move from the projects to the suburbs, do you think that and from 10 years living in the suburbs, do you think your belief of life is still gonna be the same as it was when you spent 10 years in the project? Because you might look at life totally different once you move into the suburbs.
No, you still remember where you come from. If you forget where you come from, then yeah, you might look at life totally different.
Okay,
But
what I'm saying is you spent the same amount of time in the project, 10 years in the project. Then you spend 10 years in the suburbs. So you spent the equal amount of time. So from that
right,
point, 20 years after you 20 years old, how are you gonna look at life going forward? Based on the 10 years in the projects or the 10 years in the suburbs?
both.
And both
But
of them was
the
totally
10 years,
different.
yeah, but the 10 years
Yeah.
in the projects is my root. That's where I come from. That's gut and grind. That's that grit. That's that motivation. And the 10 years
So at the
and the 10 years in the
in the
suburbs is
suburbs,
just what I'm
yeah.
saying. But my ghetto days is what's gonna push me to get there on my own. So I'm using both. You know what I mean? It ain't one over the other.
Oh, so if I switch them around, does that make any difference? If I say that you was in the 10 years in the suburbs to grow up and then in the projects 10 years, is that gonna make any difference?
No, because it's still gonna be motivating me to get back to where I was. One
All
one
right,
is,
all right,
you know what I mean?
all right, all right. Yeah, I got you. I got
These damn June birds is getting on my nerves. But they keep flying on me and shit. Man, I'm trying not to
Where you
kill
at
them. I
in the
just pick.
garage?
Nah, I'm sitting on the porch.
Oh,
I ain't even got no garage. I built a bedroom in that bitch for my daughter.
oh. What you say?
Yeah, man. All that what y'all saying sound real sweet, man. Just want y'all to know that y'all sound real, it sound real sweet and knowledgeable.
Don't
But
say nothing sweet until you say something about what we was talking about. Don't call nothing sweet,
Yeah, cause
cause
you ain't said nothing.
I ain't
ain't
want to
nothing sweet
interrupt
over here,
y'all.
bro.
I ain't want to.
Hey, we gonna address that. Ain't nothing sweet about this, babe.
I ain't want to address. I ain't want to interrupt y'all powerful bill, man. It was so powerful,
Yeah,
What I'm gonna say
yeah,
is that I'm just stuck on this word because he keeps saying belief, 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 belief. You know, at the end of the day, your knowledge is what you're talking about. What you know.
yeah,
He already
yeah.
said it. I'm just, it's my turn to talk. Uh, it's all about what you know, man. What you know is what's gonna create your reality in your mind. Your thoughts create your reality, basically. Uh, Now, what you choose to do with them thoughts, that's on you. If you want it to come to life, your thoughts to come to life, then you got to put those thoughts into action. Uh, I don't think that. I think in a situation like that, suburbs and hood type situation, I done lived in both of those types of places, and I think that all they do is open your mind to the ability of the possibility of any one of
It
those
could be
being a
this. It
reality.
could be that. Uh huh.
Any one of them can be a reality for you. You know, you can take steps to move in any direction you want to move in, but you ain't gonna never know until you get there. Until you finish taking those steps. And some steps, no matter which way you go, ain't gonna get you where you're trying to go. Some steps you're gonna have to take. It's gonna take you forever to get there, or you just gonna waste a bunch of time. Who
Hmm.
knows? But yeah, thoughts, your knowledge, and your wisdom is what it's gonna be when it comes down to how you use your thoughts is your wisdom. But that's what it's gonna be when it comes down to it. You don't think about wanting to do it or be in a different position because that's what you want to do. You can try to do something to put yourself in that situation. And like I say, sometimes it might take a little longer to get there, but you can get there maybe. Some people ain't gonna never get there, no matter what, how hard they try. Sometimes people just got them connections, or they got them, they somebody handed to them handouts. It's a big thing when it comes down to a lot of stuff. Everybody don't work to get where they at or what they got. Some people just get it just because of who they is. Some people got it because of who they is.
And that's your belief. That's your belief. There's
No,
nothing
it's
wrong with
not.
that.
It's true. No, it's not. That's true. That's fact. It ain't no belief. That's
No,
truly
no,
fact.
no. That is belief because that's only true to you. That's not
No, it's
necessarily
not.
true
We
to.
all know
That's not.
people who. We all know
No,
somebody
no, no,
or
no, no,
know
no.
of people. No, no, no. Yes, we do.
That's not necessarily true to everybody. That
I didn't say
that's true.
everybody. I said some
That's
people.
true to you.
I said some people are. You know what they call it when they say hand down from generation to generation. That
Yeah,
ain't got nothing to do
yeah.
with. That is the real thing. Some
But
people are just
not everybody believe in nepotism.
I ain't say
We
everybody. I said some people,
I understand. Yeah, I
and that's
understand
not
that.
a
And
belief.
Wait. Hold up. So you said
it
don't everybody
is a
don't believe in
belief
it?
because it's not a fact because not
No,
everybody believes that.
no, it's
Believe
fact.
what?
It's proven. It's
Believe what?
documented.
Believe that people can be people are born like with a silver spoon. Not everybody
That's
believes that.
They
that's
don't have to
that,
believe it, but it's true.
it's fact.
You don't have to believe that. That's something that's true. E. That is true. That
That's
ain't nothing.
knowing. That's knowing, not believing.
Okay,
That ain't
okay, okay. If your parent was born with $1 billion and then
okay.
your parent got $1 billion, then you born, how does that necessarily mean that because your father was born with $1 billion
I didn't
that
say
you
everybody
gonna
do that.
be
I
what
didn't
that's
say
what I'm
everybody. I
saying.
said some
That's what I'm saying.
people.
If it's not for everybody, then it's not a fact. A
I
fact
didn't.
is
What you
something that's
mean?
concrete. A fact is
That is
something that's
concrete because
concrete.
people do that.
It's
That's
not
concrete.
a fact is not
People do
something
that.
that's like you got that's an
E.
opinion.
No, people do that. That's a fact. People do that. That's not an opinion. People do that. That is a fact. That is a fact. People do that.
Okay, and based on that, what does that mean? Because okay, your father was born with $1 billion.
What I was saying
You
is that
inherited.
everybody don't remember what I was saying everybody don't get to the same path the way everybody do. Some people go other ways. Some people have to work for it. Some people get handed it to them. Some people get it passed down. Some people just get lucky. It just happens how it happens.
And
Those are facts.
I would say that people that got money from their parents wouldn't say that they got money handed to them. They would probably say they inherited a business. It wasn't handed to them.
What's
It was
inherited?
How is that
inherited.
How is that different? How is
What
that
is
different?
That
inherited? What is
that's
inherited?
totally different.
What?
Okay.
No,
Okay.
because if you ain't if you
If my daddy had his own mechanic shop,
See, you
okay,
finna make
it
up
was
something now.
booming.
You finna say something
It
that's
was
not true.
booming.
You
It
finna
was
say something
booming.
that's not true though right now.
The mechanic shop was booming. He
If
making
was a
bread.
fifth wheel, I'll be drunk.
He making money. But
If
for
was a fifth
me,
wheel, I'll be drunk.
for me, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? So because I seen all the work that he had to do, what all he had to put into it. So to me, it was a curse to inherit that shit.
What they got to do with
It wasn't
anything? If you got it, you got it. Hand it down
that
to
was
you. It don't
but it
matter
wasn't
what
like
you feel about it. That's what happened. And you still talking about
it's
something that's not true because you said if.
it
I'm talking about
still
something that's
worked.
true.
hey, but
It
if you got
still
the
worked.
business, if you got that business handed down to you, you inherit that business. You don't want to do it. What you gonna do? Sell it and get your money and do what you want to do. It still was handed to
And
you.
I'm sure at this point you got people that work there that you ain't got to do no work. And still you talking about if. If.
I just
I ain't talking about no if.
it ain't so much as a if because we know like Lil Den, y'all inherited a business. But that ain't what y'all wanted to do. Y'all did that shit because that's what it was.
Wait,
It
wait a minute.
it wasn't no gift. It wasn't no.
Hey,
If you think I handed
hey,
you Uncle Dennis handed you a silver spoon, would you say yeah?
bro,
It
what
was like
business we
no. This was
inherit though?
that was a
What business?
responsibility. That's
What
what I'm
business did
saying.
we inherit?
That's what I'm saying. No.
It, it,
Okay.
no, no,
I get you. I
no,
get
no,
you.
no.
I
You
get you.
don't
I get you.
because what you talking about is we still talking about doing that. So it ain't nothing that I didn't want to do. No, we wanted to do that. We still want to do it. But I didn't inherit no business. He fucked it off. What is you talking about? Ain't no business
Well, I
to
was
inherit.
well, I was under the assumption that like that wasn't really what y'all wanted to do. It was just because your daddy had the
Who,
business,
who
y'all
wouldn't want
had
to
to
fuck
do.
off money every day and go make the same amount of money the next day? Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, my bad. That's what you get for assuming.
If was a fifth wheel, I'll be drunk, man.
I need a fifth
Hey,
right now.
if
Hey,
if
let cash out me $20.
all right, man. I know I already
I,
spent too much money today, man.
all right,
I'm at my
all right,
limit, my daily limit.
cool. I'll take $6.
Yeah, you ain't got cash out. Well, but nah, for real though, man. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about real stuff that happens every day. That happens every day.
Yeah, what else been on your mind, E man?
Man, just life. Just trying to get through life. You know what I'm saying? From relationships to being at for at work, you know what I'm saying? Work shit, you know what I'm
We
saying?
want to talk about why do people
Family,
settle.
you know, just just all kind of shit, man. Because like I say, I believe your belief and what you believe in, the shit that you believe in affects your everyday, you know what I'm saying, your everyday life. Everything about you, everything that you do is based on the shit that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Some people might say the shit that you care for, but what I say is the shit that you believe in.
You believe in God?
Not in the same frame that I used to believe in it.
Okay. So from let's go with the basics. So you believe that what?
Look,
So I can
look,
see you.
look,
Hold
look,
on.
look, look,
Like
look.
I'm saying,
Hmm.
if your body, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Body or temple.
Uh huh.
You believe in that?
No. No, I think this body gonna deteriorate and is gonna pass away. I think the only thing that's gonna remain is the soul.
You don't want it? Why? How you gonna eat half of it and bring it? Hold on. Go.
That's like Nike. You know, Nike believe in the blood, the positive blood and the negative blood and all of that shit. He believe in that shit so much to the point where he won't even associate himself with people that are of the opposite bloodline. Like, bro, that is fucking crazy. But because of the way he believes, that's
Yes,
the
he
way
will.
he acts.
Yes, he
You
will.
know what I'm saying? But he try to portray that he try to portray that to us. Like when I came around, he didn't want to shake my hand. You know what I'm saying? Based on his belief, he felt a certain way, and he wouldn't even act a certain way. He wouldn't even shake my hand. Like, bro, any other time you would, but not because you believe this shit, you feel this shit, and now this is the way you acting.
Well, what's your blood type, E?
Look, I don't even want to go into that, but I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Hey, I don't know about the shaking hand part, but blood type is real and it's traceable. And through the history, that's how they found out that we are the original people. So I kind of rock with the blood type. Now on the disrespect level, I crack some jokes, but I still shake your hand. We still can kick it. I don't care what blood type you is, but the history and the truth is the truth. So whether you want to believe it or not, those are
Hmm.
facts. It's still facts.
I'm not
I
saying
got a
I'm not
question
saying
though,
that they.
because y'all believe in God the way y'all do. Everybody do, or the Creator, or whatever we want to call it. Do you think he give a damn about some blood type shit, or it cares about some blood type
No,
shit?
no, I don't think he got it. One thought about it in his head. It's more so the person you are and how you live your life. But I'm saying the blood type still is how they trace down. So you can prove the blood type line that he originally started talking about before he went sideways on some other shit. Uh, it's facts, and that's how they trace down who was the original people. Without the bloodline and all that, they wouldn't acknowledge that it was us.
I think that you know all that. Number one, I'm gonna say this, and I said it before to multiple people. Anybody who got a religion is brainwashed. Number one. Yes, it's brainwashed. If that's the word I'm using to use. You brainwashed. Uh, yeah, brainwashed. Uh,
Wait. You said anybody who got what is brainwashed?
a religion.
Oh, okay, yeah. I rock with you.
Yeah. Anybody who subscribed to any one of those, I would say that you are. I think that you are brainwashed. Yeah, I think you are. I what I think is that human beings. I can't speak for animals because I don't know, but human beings are here to learn and experience. Learn, grow, and experience. Let me say that.
That's it. Not contribute or nothing.
What are your contribution? Okay, growing. Your growth is your contribution.
I mean, you can grow but not do nothing with it. You ain't helping nobody to see if they can learn something from you or grow from your experience or something like that. If you just grow on, you ain't contribute nothing back. Then
They said. I'm saying they. I'm using it as a
yeah,
blanket
I got you.
statement. But they said watch and learn. So I don't, you necessarily don't have to tell nobody. You can show them or they can see you, but you don't have to show somebody for them to see you. They can just see you doing what you do. But they can that is a contribution in itself.
Right. But you come across people that you just meet one time and they down and they trying to figure out how to do this and you know how to do it. You not
Well,
gonna
if you got questions, I got answers.
you not gonna
If you
let so
watch,
see that's
you'll learn.
that's what I'm saying.
If you watch, you'll learn. If you got questions, I got answers. If you tune in to YouTube, you can find out too. But y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I think we here to grow, learn, and experience. What about it? I don't know. That's what I know.
Hmm.
That's what I think. I think it's just a personal journey that everybody on, and we try to bring others along as we grow. But back to the point to prove part. Everybody ain't gonna get it. Everybody ain't gonna grow. Everybody ain't gonna do the same thing. You know, I ain't saying we can't get to the same ending end goal, but you know how we get there might be different.
That's right.
The time that we get there might be. I might got there 10 years ago. You might get there 10 years later. Who knows? But I think that's really what it is. I was just telling somebody today, people out here brainwashed trying to celebrate Easter and stuff. That don't even make sense. How the day that you died change every year? If I died on the 7th of June, it should be the 7th of June every year. It's the 7th and the 15th and the 20-something and the 3rd.
It's the first Sunday.
And then it just became a day of the week. Like, nah, we not gonna do that.
And
just
Christmas
doing
is
stuff
gonna
and don't even know why they doing it. You got all these questions for me, but you ain't questioning yourself or what you doing. But I was talking to somebody that I was just asking them, because they asked me about Easter. Can they be off on Easter? So I had to ask them, what is Easter and why are you doing it? And it just wasn't the only answers that I was getting was brainwashed answers. You know, this is what I grew up doing.
So you want to be off on Christmas too, huh?
Yeah. How the day you born is the same, but the day you die changed every year.
And that ain't even when he was born. That shit was like in August or something like that.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know when it was, but I just know that and I was just saying, brainwashed.
That's crazy.
It's too many. It's too much that you will miss from not learning by staying in one spot. If you in the room all day, or if you in the house all day, you will never know what's going on in the world outside. You'll never know.
Yeah.
Is that a good or a bad thing? Maybe to some.
Bad. Because when you do decide to go out, you're out of there. You're not knowing nothing. Now where you go when you outside is a different thing. But if you was outside more, you know where not to go.
You know what to do. What you gonna do when you get out there?
Sink or swim?
Walk around. Yeah. Walk around.
And
yeah, I don't, you know, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't really subscribe to no religion. If I was, I'm everything. That's what I am. I'm all love.
Rephrase that. All of what?
I'm all.
You talking about religion?
I'm all religion. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm everything. Don't sound right. You should have hit a pause after you said that or something.
I'm all of man. I'm all of
he, her, she, them, they, nigga. What?
It just depends on, you know, where I'm at in the moment.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot that you can take from all of them.
Hey, man. You got to master all the sciences and be jacked of all trades.
Facts.
You can't be stuck in a box, man. You got to be well-rounded. You never know what situation you end up in. And here you go. Don't even know. Nah, what you saying? Relationships, E? What about relationships? What you saying?
I gotta hear this.
What about relationships?
You the one that said it. What they do?
And you know he can't talk.
You said
No, I don't know. I don't know what angle. I don't know what angle we going at. What you mean? What you mean by relationships?
I can tell you some of the
what is
stuff you was
the
talking. Go
what
ahead,
is the
son.
point of what is the point of even having a what's the point of a relationship? What's the point of
Hmm.
do we really so I'm gonna go back to that again. Do we really need somebody else in this world? Is it more is it emotional, spiritual, physical? What is it that we desire from another person that we think or feel like we must have?
Hmm. Well, that for me, it goes back to belief. It goes back to the belief that and the experiences that we've had, and what the knowing. I guess like that. That's what we have. That's what we become accustomed to. That's the only thing that we know. You know, is relationship. Like uh yeah, like I say, just based on the belief, the belief that a man's supposed to be with a woman, y'all supposed to get married, stay together till y'all die, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we was taught.
But that's not something that we all experience.
Nope.
We see it, we
Nope.
heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We I guess we want it, but you know, what about that? Outside of that, what we taught and seen and all that you saying, just on a just out the on a thought provoking level, like what is it about that? Do we feel like it's so important to us? Why
Hmm.
we want to, why we why we think or feel like we want to be with somebody for the rest of our life?
Like I say, I believe it's because that's what we've been taught. That's what we've been taught growing up. That's what we've seen.
That's not true because
And
we
that's
do a lot of things that we don't do that we was taught growing up.
yeah. But you strive to do those things, but you might come short of it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it changes your belief that this is what it's supposed to be. You might just feel like you just haven't found the right one. And how many times have we heard that?
And how many times have we thought that?
So many of times, but because we think that, and because we think that and we say that, that's because based on what we've been taught. That's the only reason why we would think that and believe that that's how it's supposed to be, is because that's what we become accustomed to, or what we've been taught that this is how it's supposed to be. Even though all the shit that we've been taught or been we don't do, it doesn't mean that it's not true. It just mean that it might just be that we didn't put in the effort, or we just haven't accomplished it yet. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it can't be attainable. It just we haven't got it yet.
Or we just want it. Maybe that's what it is.
And we want it. Only reason why we want it is because that's what we was indoctrinated to believe, that this is the thing that we should want. Just like the American dream.
No,
Look
no,
how
no, no.
I ain't saying all of us, but look at how so many Americans believe that this is the American dream, that we
What is
supposed
the
to have a
American
house.
dream?
We supposed to have a house. We supposed to have a wife. We supposed to have kids. We supposed to have retirement. Now all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's what most people believe that
I ain't gonna,
is the American dream.
I'm gonna
But
educate you real quick. The American dream is not made for the people that live in America. It's made for
well,
foreigners.
yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying I'm just speaking I'm just speaking in general. I ain't trying to go into no I ain't trying to dive into no rabbit holes. I'm just trying.
Man,
I'm just speaking
you
in
you
general.
already did. You already did.
We ain't trying to dive into a deeper rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah,
trying to stay on
because
the surface. I'm just trying to stay on the surface of where we at right now.
I
the
think
the uh the indoctrination of relationships does not apply to how I think or how I feel, and I don't think it's because what I was taught. It just I just don't feel it. Like it's not something that like it was instilled in us from the younger days from the Bible and well your mama, your daddy, or your grandparents or whatever relationship was compared to something else. But to me, what you can't compare my life to whatever they did or however they live, because my life is
Yeah,
nothing like theirs, like theirs.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
the same way they think. And as far as the relationship goes, uh uh we wasn't in my mind, I don't think that it's we need a woman or it should be this the way because so as far as together forever. I don't know what the hell that means because forever is a long time for one. And if you leave, forever still go on. So if you dead, my forever still go on. So I ain't supposed to be with nobody. They're crazy. They forget that forever thing. Nope, that's stupid. Uh the
no, it
kids
say as
part,
long as you live. That's I believe that's what it say.
You know what? I just had a like a minor epiphany. You know what I think it is? I think our pre I think it's our preconceived conception of what things supposed to be and who people are.
no,
Because
I don't have I just explained to you I don't have
I
that.
believe I have a my preconception meaning this is what I think. This is what I think of. This is what I think of whatever it is. That's a preconceived conception. I already have this in concrete because of the way that I think about you. The way that I think about you, Ladine. The way that I think about you, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, I'm already gonna have this preconception of who I believe you are until you change that idea for me. Like I don't care. Like no matter what you say, Ladin, I'm already gonna think. I already got my preconception of you or who I think you are. So you might be saying some deep shit or whatever the case is, or just some bullshit. It don't matter. I'm already gonna have my preconception of who I think you are. So everything you say and everything you do is only gonna confirm and affirm what for me is gonna confirm who I think you are as a person. If that makes sense.
It do. It do. It do.
And then and
Now I don't
even with D Lat, I already have a preconception of who I believe he is. So no matter what he says or what he do, based on my who I believe he is, that's all that matters to me. No matter what he do or what he says.
see my thing is I don't have a preconception of neither one of y'all, for one. My conception comes out what you showing me. I don't
But
have a
I've
picture.
known you. I've known you already for at least say I've known you at least for 5 6 years. I've developed enough in those 5 or 6 years for me to know that okay, this is who I think Lil Dan is. So from that point on, it's gonna be hard for you to change that conception, no matter what you do or what you say. It's not gonna change that conception of who I believe you are.
You sound like old racist people.
It might
You
be,
sound like old
it
white
might
racist
be,
people.
it might be, fam, it might be. But
Yeah, hey, but look,
that's what it is. That's what it
but
is.
like you said, people change, things change. So that's like
Yeah,
a song you
yeah,
can hear and
yeah,
think, oh man, that's some bullshit. What they say, hey, it grew on me, man. That whole jamming.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Things change.
I'm not saying. I'm not. That's why I say until you change that conception that I have of you, it will forever be that. So it don't matter what you do or what you say. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna change until you do something that's gonna change that perception that I have of you.
You know your perception is your perception until you change how you view shit. I can't
Yeah.
change your perception. That's up to you. You need to change how you view things.
That's goddamn that I got you. I got you. That makes a whole lot of sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. Ain't nothing they can do to change because they are who they are. You are who
Yeah,
you are. So
yeah,
it
you
ain't
know
gonna
what I
make a
mean?
it ain't gonna change for you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing about you gonna it gotta be me, you know what I'm saying, to change the way that I
Or
feel and
whoever
the way
else.
that I
I mean,
think.
you can't.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You can
I got
change
you. I
everything you
got
want to change and everything you need to
you.
change. But if they don't change the way they
Hmm.
view things, then it's still gonna be the same outcome.
Yep, yep, yep. That's a bar.
God damn.
So back, I'm back on the relationship shit. So what you
Good.
getting at? Because that's what we was talking about today. I'm trying to tie that into that. Uh, I would say that back to I think that because I'm a naturalist, that's my number one thing before anything, and I just think according to nature, how men and the women are attracted to each other before their minds start giving them other attractions or whatever. But
Distraction.
I think that humans, let me just say humans, have a desire to uh, not be alone, shall I say. They have a desire to share things and have common interests with other humans. And I think that
Hmm.
is where the need or the want to have a relationship comes from.
Now, when
It's
you
just
say
Well, that
relationship,
not. Yeah, what with relationship? You mean like man and woman, or
yeah.
friends, or?
I'm talking about like intimate relationships,
Mm,
those kind of
like, yeah,
marital relationships, whatever we want to call it, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, those
hmm.
type of relationships.
Hmm.
And even friendships. It comes from a natural desire of not wanting to be alone. That's why people go crazy in the hole like that.
No,
Uh,
no, 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 fam. No, no. Because I know a lot of niggas that don't want to be in a relationship with somebody, but just
now
want
that's not
to,
that,
but want to be with another, person, but don't necessarily want to be like locked down or be like
yeah,
I understand
married
that,
and
but we
shit
talking
like
about
that.
titles. Okay, we can remove the titles from it. They still want to be with somebody. We can remove the title,
What? Just have a
but
physical relationship?
that's still some type of relationship.
He talking about some type of contact, man. Whether it's
Everybody
verbal,
wants somebody to talk
whether
to.
it's verbal or
I
physical,
don't care.
it's some kind
Even if you a
of
loner,
contact.
everybody wants somebody to talk to. Whether it's their mama, their brother, their sister, a friend, a co-worker. Yeah. There ain't nobody that just don't want to talk to nobody. Truly.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And on that, on the other end, relationships, as far as relationships, monogamous, whatever the other one called, whatever that is, yeah, that
Polygamy.
is a desire. It's just a natural instinct.
A natural instinct to want to be around. I mean, to be in relation and to be in relation with other people.
Naturally, it's just a natural thing to have. Let me just say, to want to procreate, to want to procreate, right?
Uh-huh.
But this ain't you just can't do that. You gotta have some type of relationship with the person. You ain't gotta go with them. But I mean,
Yeah, you got surrogates. You got
naturally,
surrogates and shit. You don't
naturally your
necessarily have to
body,
be
I
with
know,
them.
but naturally
Yeah.
your body has those desires without you even thinking about it. Naturally, I hope y'all know what I'm saying. Naturally, your body had those desires.
Yeah, fact.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's just kind of a human nature, natural. Plants, animals, everything. Main thing is to procreate or extend their life or live. You know, to the tail.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I believe a lot of those years that when I was growing up, a lot of those years around there was kind of um, influenced by outside sources. Because if I didn't really know about what was really going on, if I wasn't told by anybody that this what the
I
feeling
know, but
that
that's
I'm
why I
having
said naturally your
is
body
that's
does
what it
this.
is.
Naturally, your body does this involuntarily,
But
meaning
if
has a
not
desire.
knowing, if nobody told me that that's what that was, I wouldn't know about it.
I know, but it don't matter. The point that I'm making is your body going. I'm just speaking on the natural level, nature. I'm speaking on the nature of being. It's just gonna happen, regardless of if you know about it or not. I done heard plenty of stories of people, kids asking them what's this or why this happening, and they don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
That's,
I think
that's what
a
the
lot
birds
of
and the
our
bees, the birds and the
a
bees come
lot of
into effect.
our knowledge and a lot of our knowledge and our beliefs and our thoughts
But I'm
are
not talking
shaped by
about none of that though.
outside,
I ain't talking
are
about none of
shaped
that.
by
I ain't
uh-huh
talking about none of that though.
uh-huh.
I'm just talking about just naturally your body just having a natural reaction.
Yeah, but if ain't nobody told you what it was, you wouldn't even know that it was a natural reaction. If nobody told you it
Yes,
was a
you
natural
would.
reaction, you
Yes,
wouldn't
you
even know
would
it was a
know
natural reaction.
because it's happening.
Hey.
But you
You
wouldn't
ain't you
even
ain't
know
never
that it was happening if nobody
How?
told you that this can happen.
So you telling me you would
you,
notice something different happening to your body?
No, if nobody told you, if nobody told you
Hey,
that
hey,
this is
hey,
something
hey,
that can be different, or this is
hey,
something that's different, you would never know. You would
But
just
if
think
it
this
never
is
happens to you
normal.
and then it's just happening out the blue, you wouldn't think, hey man, what is this?
No, you wouldn't.
You
No,
would
you
just think,
wouldn't.
oh, it's just, hey, I'm out here.
Yeah, yeah, you would. Until
Man,
somebody tell you that this is not normal, or this
it
is
is
something that
normal.
happens when this is something that happens to people. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't tell you that, you wouldn't know. You would just think that, oh, this is just it's happening.
All right. You talking about, and still, it don't have nothing to do with you knowing nothing. It's just gonna happen. That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna happen regardless, naturally, on its own, without you knowing about it, having control over it or anything. It's just, hey, there it is.
Hmm.
That's just,
I don't think that nigga ever woke up with a stiffy.
Hold on, let me ask this question then, because now I gotta travel back in time on that. Because let's just talk about the first people, uh, however many it was when they was here. When it happened to them, how you think they figured out what to do with it? What you think happened? Somebody told them that's what it was, and didn't nobody know, or it just something happened and they figured it out.
So we gonna bring Inky into this.
No, no, we not. I'm just asking you a question.
Well,
When
if
it
you
when
ask
it
me
first
that question,
happened,
I'm gonna have to bring Inky into this.
when it happened to the first people,
Hmm.
and everybody that was there didn't know what it was either because they all was brand new. What you think? How you think they found out what to do?
I think somebody told them.
So somebody told them,
Yep.
or did they wake up and was like, "Hey man, this going on?" And they
Hell
got asked the
no,
folks, "Hey, what's
man.
happened to you?" And asked the
Hell
lady, "No,
no.
well, no, that ain't happened to me. Mine don't even look like that. It don't. Let me see it." Hey, what if
Hell
this go
no,
right here?
fam.
What if this go
Hell
right here?
no. Hell no, fam. Come on now. We ain't that goddamn smart. Think of you when you was a baby growing up. If they wasn't nobody to guide you and tell you nothing, you think you gonna figure it out that you supposed to be using your dick to fuck some
Well, what the
pussy?
first people did?
Hell
What the first
no,
people did?
fam.
What the first
Somebody
people did?
told them. Somebody told them. This is how you procreate. It
Somebody
ain't no
told.
fucking way you just gonna wake up with a hard dick and be like, oh, I gotta go fuck some. Man, fuck nah, fam.
I
They
ain't say
don't,
that's
hell
what you.
nah.
I ain't saying that's what they said. What if they just? What if they was already woke and it just happened? And they were like, "Hey man, what the hell is this?" And they went and told somebody, and they was like, "Shit, I don't know. That ain't never happened to me." And so they just asked the folks, and then they come across the opposite sex and be like, "What? They
That's
don't
what
even
I
know what
just
they got.
said. That's
They
what
don't
I
even know
just
what they
said.
got. They like, nah, I ain't even got one of those." Then they like,
That's
"Oh,
what
let
I
me see.
say. That's
This
what I
must
say.
go right here." Yeah.
Somebody
That,
had to tell
that's
you.
not what you said, bro. You said somebody told him. He said they figured it out.
No,
Y'all
that's
said
not
two different
figuring
things.
out. That's not
It,
figuring
look,
it
look,
out. If
look.
people telling you this,
Listen.
Ain't nobody telling you nothing. I'm talking about the person who it happened to first.
they don't. What? How did they figure it out? How did they figure it out? The first person.
Okay,
How did they
okay.
figure it out?
You talking about kids? You talking about so when the world started, or the first people on here started out as kids, not grown ups.
I'm talking like I'm not bringing nothing else into it. No preconceived notions. I'm
No, I'm
just
just
talking. Now, if we want to go there, because he want to go there so bad, we can go there. But I'm not going. I'm just saying. I'm talking like I don't know nothing. Okay. Now, if the people that was here first, whether it was two or whether it was 1,000, Whoever it was happening to first, something wasn't right. And so they had to figure out what it was and why it was happening.
I'm trying to figure out why he went to kids, because kids can't raise themselves any goddamn way.
Oh, he said kids. I don't know. I wasn't talking about kids. I was just talking about. I don't know how old they is. I just knew the first one. I'm just talking about the first one.
Yeah, but he said they was kids, so somebody had to teach them. Like, if the world started, it didn't start with no kids, nigga. Who was out there doing that for the kids while they grew up?
Even if they started out, even if they started off as adults, who taught them that shit?
I'm with D-Lat.
They're not just gonna learn it.
You got any? I got
Who taught him? E? Who taught him? E? Let's go there. Who taught him? Let's go there. Who taught him?
Both of y'all got kids, right?
Who taught him? E? That's what we going with.
Both of y'all got kids. Both of y'all have people that have kids. How many times have you seen a kid just automatically start humping another kid, and they didn't see nothing? They ain't know nothing. Ain't nobody told them nothing. How many times have you seen that? We've been kids ourselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
How did we know? How did we know that this is what you're supposed to do? I learned it from my cousin.
It's a natural reaction.
Hell no. I learned that shit from my big cousin, fam.
I did.
I did it on my own. I ain't know nothing about it, but I knew what I felt.
So you knew when your shit got hard or you felt horny, you knew what horny was, and you knew that it supposed to have been with the opposite sex. It's supposed to be somebody your age. It was supposed to be a grown adult, but that's what you was attracted to, though. Come on now. We was taught this, fam. We didn't know. We didn't just do this shit on our own.
No, you was taught that, and you didn't do it on your own.
All right.
So who taught him? Back to my question. Who taught him then?
I don't know, but somebody had to. I don't know who did, but somebody had to. I don't think we just figured this shit up on our own. You know how many times people would have had to die before motherfuckers would have had to learn what it was? Before motherfuckers learned you couldn't swim in the water without breathing? You know how many times people would have had to go through that? Because the first person that jumped into an ocean and was like, oh, what is this? And died. How in the fuck did somebody else come behind him and say, oh, no, don't jump into that ocean? Come on now, think about it.
I'm going to say they walked in off the beach and figured it out.
Man, what?
What ocean is just ain't got a beach?
It's
why you just jump straight into the ocean?
Because you just want to know what it is. You want to know what it is.
But you can't jump that far out, bruh.
But you can continue to walk until you fucking drown.
No, you're not gonna walk until you drown. When you figure out you can't breathe,
you will.
You turn your dumb
ass start on the shore.
Nah,
if you start on the shore,
they wasn't that dumb.
Okay, so okay. I'm done.
Who taught him, D?
I'm done.
Tell somebody taught him. Who taught him?
Whoever was here before them. That's the only way we know history. The only way we know what we know now is because of somebody else put that information out there. If nobody else put that information out there, we wouldn't know what the fuck we know now.
So they wasn't humans. They wasn't humans.
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying they humans or aliens. I'm saying they came before us. And that knowledge was passed down.
What if it was they saw the animals do it?
Well, that they learned it from somebody else. That's my whole thing.
Nobody.
They was Okay, nobody or
Animals ain't.
nothing or nothing was anything or somebody taught us or them what they know. That's how knowledge was passed down. It wasn't nobody just your dick got hard and you was like, oh, I need to go fuck something that's different from me. And we can procreate. Come on, man. What the fuck? Nobody thought that, fam. They was
No,
taught
no, you're
that.
right. You're right. They didn't think procreate, but
Oh
they
no,
felt
yeah,
that connection.
I just threw that. I just threw that
Yeah,
in. But I
they
wasn't
felt that
really on the
connection.
procreate part.
They felt that connection in that physical chemistry.
What if they wasn't taught that? They just learned that.
That's the same thing. Taught and
Mhm.
learned, that's the same thing.
No,
You
it's
have to
not.
be learn. You have to
No,
be.
no, nobody had to. For
If
you
you
to
was
learn
taught,
something,
then you learned something. If you was
That you was
taught
taught.
something, then that means you
Teachers
was
teach.
learned. You learned something. So that's the same thing. That's one and the same.
Teachers teach.
Okay, now we just throwing out words. Now we just
Like
throwing
I
out
said.
words. All right.
So who taught him? E.
I don't know. I'm not claiming to know who taught them. I'm just saying
you said,
somebody
but
had to.
you said the name earlier. You said so.
No,
We
I was
talking
just
about.
messing with. I was messing with D Lab because he believe
Hey,
in and
I know, but
yeah. I
what
was
you're
just
not
messing with
understanding.
him. I was just joking.
Yeah, but what you're not understanding is now he messing with you about the same thing. So he's trying to get you to bring it back up.
I wish he would say that. Okay, this is what I'm really trying to say instead of what he's saying right now. Because what he's saying right now really not making sense.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm
But
told you
if
I'm
you
talking
trying to
like I
go
don't
back
know nothing.
to
I don't
if
know
you
nothing.
trying to go back to oh well, that's why I'm trying to tell you something. If you saying you don't know nothing, how can you argue with me about saying something if you saying okay, well I don't know nothing? Well, I'm telling you something.
Okay,
Well, they didn't give me my jalapenos on the side. Sons of bitches.
so the kind of folks be mama's business. I think that no, I think that whoever was here first, whether it was two or a thousands, like I said, somebody had to be here to tell them. Because wouldn't nobody live? Because wouldn't nobody even know what to eat?
That's what I'm saying. So many people. I just use that as a wild ass example. Motherfuckers walking to the ocean because you don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? And you just so curious. If I'm on Earth and I'm the only person here, ain't nobody told me shit. I don't know. I'm gonna probably walk into the fucking ocean just thinking, and I'm gonna fucking drown, not knowing that you can't breathe under fucking water. So somebody had to be here
You
to
don't know how
tell
to
the
swim.
next person.
You don't know how to
Somebody,
swim.
come on, man. Come on, man. Ain't no fucking know how to swim if you the only person on the fucking earth.
So who taught them how to swim then?
Somebody had to. That's what I'm saying. But I don't think the first person on earth knew how to fucking swim.
That's why I'm asking you who taught them.
I don't know.
So according to your knowledge, who taught them?
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
You
according to
asking
your
me? I
yeah,
I
according to
just
your
said I don't know.
was it Thoth? Was it Thoth the Atlantean?
No, I don't know, fam. I don't know.
Yeah.
You trying to
Well,
bait me into some shit like fam.
whoever it was, whoever it was,
What's wrong with your rollers?
look, boy, you better roll that shit. Uh, all I'm gonna say is whoever the first people was, somebody had to be here to teach them. That's all I know. Somebody
I'm
had to be
talking
here to
too
teach.
much. You talk all day.
Uh, is happy wife, happy life a real thing?
I be asleep.
Uh, uh,
Okay, then he said, yeah.
That's a lie. He ain't ever say that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
When?
When David was over here and y'all was talking about being entitled.
Oh no, but he was laughing and stuff. Yeah, he didn't mean that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
He
nigga was
said the whole
bullshit.
point of it is to stop him from nagging.
Yeah, that don't mean you have a happy life. Now you just putting up with shit that you don't even want to deal with. The fuck? Yeah.
You want your half, or you don't want your half? What you want? You want your half? Cause you get that half. Oh, let them have it. Let them have it. Let them have
Oh,
it.
I'm good.
Let them have it.
Yeah, no, that ain't, yeah, you took that out of context. That ain't what he was saying.
But yeah, I think that you know, if we want to talk about Anunnaki, so that's where you're going. I mean, that's who everybody talking about in all their books. So I mean, I don't know what to assume besides that. Until I get something that says otherwise, that's what I'm going with.
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and find this. They had a whole lot of stuff now, bro. But
I'm going with. Show me something that goes farther back than those guys. You know, I can tap into it.
no, because I think they was before all that Adam and Eve and all that extra shit.
That's what I'm saying. They the ones who made Adam and Eve and everybody else. Shit. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying
Ain't
too.
nothing else that go farther back than that.
The first thing hit wasn't kids.
On the human side, I don't know. Maybe I would say yes as humans, because when they made them, they was born.
From what?
What they was born from? They was born from their wombs.
So they not human.
They was made from their wombs. They are humans because they something different. They ain't the same thing as they are.
But they was born from them.
When you change genetics and genetic makeup, it becomes something different.
You can't change the genetic makeup of something that ain't here.
What I'm saying is, if you take a piece of this and a piece of that and put it together, you create something new.
Okay, so they put something together, then stuffed it inside the woman, because two of them can't make a human.
Pretty much, that's what they did. That's
I
like
can live with that.
A Rottweiler and a pit bull is a dog, but if you put them together, you're gonna get a mutt, totally something different.
Yeah.
Science, you know, that's all I can think of. And if you teach it how to be whatever you want it to be from birth, then that's what it's gonna be.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's what I think, man. You know, yeah, you know, everything ain't what it seems. I think that nature is the greatest teacher, and you don't learn nothing until you learn it from nature first. You know, other things is just based off of inventions. That's what I'm saying. Inventions came from thoughts and ideas and desires. You know, thoughts, ideas, desires, feelings, and actions. Because whatever it is, before they made it, they seen it in their head first.
Yeah.
And then they decided to make it. So that's why I'm going with that. You know, uh, that's just what it is. I mean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, thought the Atlantean, even thought the Atlantean, because that's who you believe in. He- even him, he came from the Anunnaki, my boy. He came from them guys. And if I do some history on who he was, it's probably gonna come out to be Marduk. I guarantee it. And Marduk, who is Marduk? That's I think that's Enki's son. You know who else Marduk is? Ra,
Well.
Amun
Mm-hmm.
Ra.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was watching something the other day talking about people with their son worshiping, aka Ra, aka Ramadan. See, I need to get on those Muslim guys' ass now. The beginning of y'all relationship is called Ramadan.
Ramadan, yeah.
Ramadan. So what is that all about, guys? Can y'all let us know in the comment why y'all don't know that? Y'all son worshipers?
They don't
Yeah.
preach about sign worship though. They preach about
They go off the moon. They go off the moon. And they go off the moon and the sun, just like the Hebrew Israelites do.
Yeah.
It's over there somewhere.
They all go off the same stuff. It's like I was telling somebody the other day, man, all this stuff is just to control you, to get you to do what these sect of people want you to do.
And it don't matter what you pick to follow. All of them have guidelines for you to follow.
It's all control, and also I told them that you ever heard of the saying you can't handle the truth? That's a real thing, and don't think that they just gonna give you the truth to where you can go anywhere and get it. It's just right there laid out for you to go and see it. It ain't there. You gotta find the truth. Or like they say, you gotta dig for the truth.
I heard I need to find the Ethiopian Bible.
You gotta dig for the truth. Even if you do that, it's still gonna lead back. It don't matter what you go to, it's all gonna go back to that.
What it's saying is it's got that I can't remember now. It's like 100 and something books in there. All the books in there. Nothing taken
cool.
out.
It's still gonna go back to Anunnaki. It don't matter how many books it is. That's what it's all gonna go back to. It's gonna go back to them people who said, "Let us make man in our image," and that's gonna be them.
Yeah.
It's gonna go back to the same story of Adam and Eve, or Adamu, or Dapper, and TT, and Tiamat, and all that. It's all gonna go back to the same stuff. Same stuff. Yep. It's gonna go back to the same stuff, man. But yeah. That's who taught them though. That's who taught them.
And we're gonna have to do another one. On what we was talking about in the garage.
Yeah, because we supposed to have our ladies on here.
Yeah, but yeah.
I can get mine, shit. See, right?
Mine right here.
Call ass in there right now. Baby. Now you see, when you choose your mate, what is that based on? That's what we need to go on. That's a good one right there. When you choose your mate, what is that based on? What is your deal breakers? That's too easy right there. What's your deal breakers? But what is it based on when you choose somebody? And what makes it unconditional for you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, well, why would you stay with him?
Or is it conditional?
Is it even in your mind to come across as I can do better than you?
That's a good one. I think everybody, ain't gonna lie, I think everybody got that somewhere. I think everybody feel like, because everybody think they can get anything they trying to get at, or most things they trying to get at. Everybody see flaws
But
in the ones that they have.
if you with the one you love, then you're not even thinking that.
I feel you.
And
But what
let
if the
it
one you look? What if the one you love is ugly? You know, I can get one that look better than you that do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
no, because
One that got more money than you that do the same thing.
if you thought that, then you would already have that.
Nah, you love them, remember?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be with them if you didn't love them, so you ain't even thinking like that.
I don't know. I think everybody think they not necessarily they want to be with somebody else or something like that. Nah. You right.
Like
Everybody.
you might.
I don't know.
Damn, but you might see something and look at it, but in your mind it ain't nothing that she got that your woman ain't got. It ain't no do better, nigga. We who we are. We got what we got. You know what I mean? It ain't outside of that. It ain't doing better. If you want to do something outside of that, you ain't doing better. You just doing something to be doing something.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm back to what we was talking about earlier, man. I done feel like that about a lot of people.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
man, I know I can do better than this now.
Yeah, but that's because of the situation. That ain't that wasn't. Y'all wasn't locked in.
I love them though.
But y'all wasn't locked in.
I love them.
You wasn't locked in.
I don't know what locked in mean, but I love them.
Yeah, locked in is not just emotional ties, physical ties, and the way y'all see y'all can rock together without all the extra shit, without all the arguing, without all the goddamn fighting, and it's some understanding, some comprehension somewhere in that relationship.
I know some people have loving, abusive relationships. And ain't nobody going nowhere.
That's asinine, but okay.
That's what they call them, toxic. Arguing all the time. Ain't nobody going nowhere though. Talk down on them. Ain't nobody going nowhere though.
But it don't make sense to be the word toxic itself is bad. Toxic.
Unhealthy.
Dude, what? Why would you? Unhealthy? Why? What's the point? When do I get peace? But when do I get peace? But where is my inner peace?
That is, for some people, that is peace. That's okay. You know what? They showing me they love me when they treat me like that. You wouldn't be all insecure if you didn't love me. You wouldn't be, you love me. That's why you're doing that. It's love. That's why I don't really like too much whooping kids, because we love our kids, but we whoop them. We hitting them. And then we using everything we can get our hand on too.
I remember hearing that. I'm only whooping you because I love you.
Yeah. But you whooping me with an extension card.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
You whooping me with a board.
For real.
You throwing a
But
shoe at me. You throwing a shoe at me.
you whooping a nigga in the shower. Wait a minute.
What the hell? I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't really believe in tough love, even though I know it's something out there that people do.
I mean, at
you know.
a certain, I mean, to me, you don't even need that. If you
Tough
start
love
with
is like,
with your kids, young man, teaching your kids young manners, showing them love and right from wrong, or from your understanding of right and wrong. That by the time they up to the age, you ain't gonna need to whoop your kids. You can look at them a certain way or threaten them, and that's it.
yeah, that's me. I ain't even gotta do that.
You know what I mean? You ain't gotta do all
I
that.
ain't gotta whoop my kids. All I gotta do is look, or say it to where they understand that I'm not playing. And that's all.
I think I popped my kids one time.
I ain't even gotta do all that.
I ain't had no problem. Like we talk and we sit down like grown up. I mean, I ain't gotta, cause at the end of the day, you don't want to whoop your kids, but if you somebody,
I know people that love it.
yeah, but that's cause they not stable.
Can't talk a certain way. Hey, you can't do shit. Yeah, and so up.
People not stable because they not happy with their life.
Yeah, you 3 whoopings in one day. You just toe up. You can't do nothing.
Yeah, you ain't happy with your life, so you taking it out on the kids.
Yeah, leave.
Kids ain't got nothing to do with how you fucked up your life. You fucked up your life, not them.
You want to whoop them for any and everything, no matter how big or small. And then there's also people who talk to their kids crazy. But I knew somebody that called their kids bitches and hoes and all types of shit. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. You talk to your kids like they just an enemy. Somebody on the streets or something. Yeah, I knew somebody like that. I knew a couple people like that.
But that's how they relationship going with whoever they was with to make some kids. That's how they got along. So then they use that on their kids because that ain't necessarily growing up. That's just the person they choose and didn't want to leave and end up having a kid with.
Take over and you don't think before you say. I learned that at a young age. Think before you speak.
Emotional damage.
That can get you killed, man. Not thinking before you say something. That'll get you killed. But back in the time when I grew up, it was like the 90s. So it was real, it was stiff out here.
Yeah, I'm an 80s baby. So you ain't telling me nothing.
I mean, I'm an 80s baby. I got a good 2 years, 3 years in the 80s. But I'm just saying, you can't just be saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no consequences behind it. Or like everybody agree with you. Or like that's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. That's what happened. Hey, I still was crazy. I just was smart about it. Smart, crazy ass smart dude.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, man. I think we didn't get enough time on here, man. Any last words y'all want to give to the audience before we get up out of here?
Man, just just chime in. That's all I got to say.
Just chime in. All right.
Um,
Rumpy.
hmm, yeah. When you have a message or idea or a thought, yeah, leave it in the comments and we can contact y'all, and hopefully your idea and your message will get shared with the world once you get on and you actually talk about your message or idea.
All right. All right. All right. I'm gonna just say that the thing is to be knowledgeable so you can be aware, man. You know, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your thoughts, and understand the person you want to be at all times, whether it's good or bad times. Eddie.
Yes, sir.
Train breaking squad on this thing, man.